Be me 13-14 months ago. Earn acceptance to large state university. Feel pretty satisfied with myself. COVID. Start researching other careers that don't require a 4-year degree. Tell my parents I want to defer so I can avoid a year of online school. Boomer father tells me I should stick to my current plans of attending university. Warns me about people who take a gap year and never make more than $12 per hour. Be me 8 months into school and $22,000 poorer. Feel absolutely cut by COVID restrictions. Disillusioned with my chosen major and the culture of academia. Want an out. Once again researching alternative career options. Looking for some input on 3 options I'm looking at right now. 1. 4-year degree in music education, current path. Plus stable, though non-lucrative jobs, $40K 45K. Plus I can teach in pretty much any part of the world. Plus aligns with my passions plus interests. Requires 4 years of studying and $40-50K of debt. Deeply tied to social issues, which opens the door for a lot of leftist propaganda. Job would require me to answer emails at home. 2. Joining a trade, apprenticeship. Plus start earning money fairly quickly. Plus corporate/academic culture holds less influence. Plus get to work with my hands, which is synergistic with my ADHD. Some jobs are rather bland. Haven't done an incredible amount of research yet. 3. Becoming a web app developer. Plus good job growth and pay, average is about $67,000. Plus quick certification, degree, either a 10-week intensive program or a 2-year degree. Plus flexible career, on a team or self-employed, work from home option. Plus dad runs a small web hosting business, so he may help me if my knowledge runs thin. Plus skills will help me if I want to make a video game or something. May have to become part of a corporate environment at some point. Occasional outages may require me to work at weird hours. Unironically starting to embody pike roll. Alright guys, I'm trying to understand if I'm the asshole here. Be me, all vaxxed up. Just had my annual physical exam. Healthy BMI, healthy body fat percentage. All my life I've been a skinny twig, it seems like quarantine really filled me out. Understand that talking about weight is a pretty big deal, so I never talk about it. Socially distant gathering with friends and their friends in a public space. Their female friends are visibly overweight, not to a huge degree, but it's noticeable that they're chubby. We get to talking about what we had for breakfast. I tell them what I had for breakfast. Them, haha what? You're so skinny, you gotta be lying. A little triggered but I brush it off. Me, nah lol. They keep prying but Anon you're so skinny, do you eat dinner? Do you even eat lunch? Haha. Me, haha of course I do. Them, but how can you be so skinny? In a disapproving and somewhat mocking tone. Me, smiles, laughs, and shrugs, I guess I just eat really clean, no candy, no sugars, no soda, no junk food, little processed foods if any. Later on. Them, Anon you're so thin. Here have this granola bar. Me, haha let's not worry about my weight, I'm good. Them, but you're so skinny. Me, yeah I'd haha. Them, come on. Me, it's all good, I don't really think that I'm that skinny. It just looks like I'm skinny cause 2/3 of Americans are overweight or obese. Them, a little insulted look on their face, do you think that I'm fat? Me, haha I think you're average. Them, so you think I'm fat? Me, nah, just average. They start looking insulted, shaking their heads at me, becoming really bitchy towards me. Was I wrong? How should I have handled this? They were getting in my face about my weight, I tried shrugging it off but they kept bringing it up. Needing a guidance and a hard time, any of you bro have a similar story? Be me. Be 21. Start job at new workshop about 7/8 months ago. Greasemonkey.wav. Still apprentice so harassed daily by literally everyone in workshop. In comes new qualified mechanic. Become really close mates right off the bat. Heaps of banter and lols. Comes to be one of the main reasons I keep going back to work each day knowing that we'll kick. Be yesterday. Friend asks me to drop him off at bike shop down the road. Drop him off and have usual shit talk until he hops out of car. Go home, sleep. Go to work this morning. Day starting to rev up but old mate is nowhere to be seen. Boss calls us all into office. Anon has died, was hit by the yesterday Arvo and died instantly on impact. Bali Esoud.x. I'd how I'm gonna keep going on. Brothers feel like I could have done something different and the timing would have been all different and he'd still be here. Not blaming myself but I can't help but feel I could have changed something and life would still be good. How do I get past this? Pick unrelated. Be me. 24. Stable job. Good circle of friends. In the process of building a house. In decent health. Reasonably attractive, not Chad tier, but if I had a better body I probably would be. Not autistic in social situations, in fact, I can conversate with almost anyone from any age or any background, it's one of my only real talents. I haven't had sex in almost a year. I have no girls in my DMs. I look at all the people on here desperate to meet women, get GF or whatever, and I could not care less. I'm not a busy guy, I work full-time but outside of that I don't have any time-consuming hobbies. I simply do not really care about fucking. It'd be nice to have a GF, sure, but every time I've had one I think fuck I miss being single. If I put in the effort I could probably get a date quite easily, and yet I simply do not care. I'm fucking 24, every boomer I meet says something to the effect of, bro, if I was you, I'd be fucking every pussy I saw you get. Am I mentally defective? Should I force myself to get Tinder again and go through the monotony of trying to find a decent woman? Maybe I gotta get the fuck off 4chan or something. I swear the more time I spend here the less interested I am in women. Not gay though, wish I was, life would probably be a lot easier. I swear I'm not usually a conspiracy nut but I'm really troubled here. This is my last resort to vent my worries because when I have this conversation with my family IRL I get treated like a psycho. Grandpa is getting really old and had health issues even before the pandemic, leg amputation. Step-grandma is a nurse. She's militant about keeping him safe, which I appreciate most of the time. However, I haven't seen him in person in a year and he's technologically illiterate so Zoom calls are few and far between. He gets the vaccine early. Nurse grandma refuses to let anyone see him unless they're vaccinated too. My parents, siblings all got their shots pretty quickly because of their jobs. Be me, female in early 20s, the only one that hasn't gotten it. Me and BF want kids. Am terrified that one of the theories about it affecting fertility will turn out to be true. But also know I'll regret it forever if I never see my grandpa in person again. How unreasonable am I being? Be me, circa 2019. 19 years old. On way to Tinder date. Pull up to her place. Get pulled over by cop. Cop comes over and says I'm not wearing my seatbelt, and gives me a $120 ticket. I decide to fight it. Cause that's total fucking bullshit. Court case keeps getting delayed. New date is in July of 2021. Here's my question, brothers. I have a thick beard, and my grandmother is originally from Turkey. Should I say that the cop was racially profiling me as a Middle Eastern and only gave me the ticket was because he has deep-rooted hatred for sand niggers? I feel like this defense would be better than the "but I was wearing IT" defense. Be me about a week ago. In college class. Answered some question the professor asked. Kid in my class makes a joke and says that I talk in Times New Roman. What fuck doest at me in .jpg? Everyone laughs. They say they meant it as a compliment. What the fuck does this mean? I'm a bit autistic so I don't get clues like this. Am I just being made fun of? Voice for reference voca.ro web link. Be me, shy, lonely mid-20s male just going through his life, making ends meet. Think a girl that lives near me and I see relatively often is really cute. Think about chatting her up. Remember, she is way out of my league in terms of looks. She is super well educated, her family is very rich, she is higher status than me in any respect. Some time ago she blew her brains out. Rumors are her friends knew she was super lonely and couldn't make friends around here. Is there anything you couldn't have known, but feel guilt over? Be me. Be horrible at any kind of social interaction as a kid. Learn how to pay attention to what others like and don't like. End up being a walking mirror that changes personality slightly to please whoever I'm talking to. End up prioritizing the feelings of everyone around me over my own. How do I stop this shit? Be me, a shy guy. Girls approach me from time to time because they can tell I like them but can't gather the courage to chat them up. Work on myself, look much more cocky, fit and stylish now. Still shy. Girls don't take the initiative anymore because I don't look shy and they just assume I am not interested if I don't go ahead and approach them myself. I need to go back.